guys, it's Viv
and G.
Welcome to our channel. So we just finished watching the Fantasy Suite week with Tayshia.
And the first one up is Ivan. So the day part of their date is actually really cute, but something I would definitely not want to do. So they go into ice baths. They actually have to not only go into these ice baths, but also kiss while they're in there to break a world record. It was a very interesting, creative date. I don't know, it was cute.
The world record that they had to beat was 5 minutes and like 15, 16, 17 seconds, right around there. That's a long time in a bath full of ice. Like, I can't, that was like making me hurt. But they beat it by like a minute and some change. I think they got like 6 minutes and 30 something seconds. I'm like, they must be like, their body must be in shock.
So wild, but so adorable that they'll always have that cute little memory and that world record. So now we head to the night part of the date where, you know, there's usually dinner involved. And this is where Ivan finally really opens up, and he says that, you know, during hometowns, he was kind of talking with his dad, and his dad is the one that kind of pushed him to the realization that he really does love Tayshia, and he finally tells her that he is falling in love with her. And Tayshia does say that she is falling in love with him back.
This was a big moment for them. It was really cute and very special.
Definitely.
Tayshia does present Ivan the Fantasy Suite invitation, and of course, Ivan does accept, where they spend the rest of their night in the Airstream.
And then they wake up in the morning, they have some fruit together. It was really cute.
You could tell they didn't sleep at all, like whether they, who knows what they did, talk, whatever, all night, but it was all over their faces. They got no sleep. Yeah, they even said like, we stayed up until sunrise, which I've tried doing in the past once before, and it's really hard to do.
So the second date goes to Zach, and the day part of the date, I think, was a little cringy. So basically, they had this huge canvas on the ground, and they sprayed paint like all over each other, and just basically rolled around it and made art.
Yeah, these two, Tayshia and Zach, definitely, in my opinion, have like the most physical attraction and chemistry. Tayshia was all over Zach. I mean, like G said, it was kind of cringy to watch as a viewer. Clearly, they were super into this date, which is really what matters. Yeah, they had a good time. Now we head to the night part of the date. And there was one serious little conversation between Tayshia and Zach, and she brings up the fact that last week when Tayshia had met his mom opened up about how he never wanted to have kids. Where, if you guys remember, weeks past, Tayshia told Zach, like, I want like 5+ kids, like I want a big family. And Zach agreed. And so Tayshia was really thrown off by his mom's comment. So she brings it up, and Zach opened up and was like, honestly, I was just kind of living in denial. Like, I always told myself I would be the cool uncle. And I just didn't think it would like happen for me. And I just would always put up this wall. It was really good that they had this conversation. And the most special part of this night part of the day is that Zach opened up to Tayshia and how much he loves her. And Tayshia said, I love you back.
Yeah, this was a big moment.
Huge.
Because in the date previously, they had only said falling in love with each other. And this was like, I love you. And she's like, I love you. Like, I'm still trying to figure all this out, but like, I know I love you. Like, this is wild.
Yeah, it was really sweet.
Yeah, Tayshia was so excited about this revelation. She was like, I love Zach and Zach loves me. Like, she is on cloud 9 right now.
She is. At this point, Tayshia presents Zach with the Fantasy Suite invitation, and Zach accepts. Following this, they do head to the Fantasy Suite, which is like a townhouse. And they were just physically into each other up until the next morning, where we see them like dancing on the bed. It was really cute. Some may think it's corny. Zach even was like, I've never danced on a bed with anyone. Like, I'm so into her.
Yeah, it was really sweet. And then they made breakfast and just kind of said their goodbyes, and he was like looking up at her when she was on the balcony as he left in the morning. He was like, oh.
Like a Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, but it was sweet.
So now we are on our third and final date of the week with Brendan. And Tayshia brings him on a date to meet Neil Lane. And for those of you who do not know, Neil Lane is the jewelry designer who designs all of the engagement rings for past Bachelor and Bachelorette. So it's kind of a big deal meeting this guy.
Yes.
Let me just tell you, the face on Brendan that entire date with Neil Lane. He was super nervous.
He looked like he was going to throw up the whole entire time. I felt so bad for him. I literally was screaming, Tayshia, look at him, notice him, like calm him down. Like she just was talking to Neil Lane the whole time, and I just feel like he literally was about to throw up. Like,
Yeah, this, as we all know, Brendan has been married before. He doesn't take any of this lightly. And so looking at rings and jewelry, like he's done that before. And this was just, I think, very nerve-wracking for him.
I feel like it just wasn't like a fun, playful, like get to know each other date. It was just like such a serious date.
Yeah.
And yes, of course, we're getting down to the wire where you need to get more serious. But I just think this was a very scary date for him specifically. And I think that put a huge wrench in their relationship.
Yep. So now we move on to the night part of the date. And at this point, Tayshia really wants to dig deeper into how Brendan is feeling emotionally, because she feels like they've been kind of coasting. Like this is the first guy she really knew was going to be one of the finalists, but wants to dig deeper.
And she kind of said, you know, maybe I'm not getting a lot out of him because I'm not kind of reassuring him how I feel. So she really had planned on the night part of the date, opening up to him and telling him how she was feeling about him.
Right.
But she actually didn't even get the chance to do this because he ends up opening up to her about how, you know, today was really real for him and very difficult. And that's when he really started to realize that he just can't do this. He does care for her and does like want to be with her, but he is still broken from his last marriage. And he said, he was like, I just want to give you my whole heart and I'm just not whole right now. And it really broke him, you know?
It broke both of them. I mean, when she walked him out and Tayshia was devastated. I mean, she even said like, for so long, it was gonna be him.
She said every single day, I thought it was gonna be him. And I'm like screaming, I'm like, oh my God, she just told us like, I planned on picking him and he just left me, so now what? Like she's stuck with these two guys that she wasn't even, I mean, to the audience, it seemed like she wasn't even picking.
Right. This was a really heartbreaking date. Brendan was one of my top guys, and so sad to see him go.
It was very sad.
So the next morning we wake up and of course Tayshia is by herself, but we have a guest appear and we have Rachel.
Yes.
Rachel Lindsley, an old past Bachelorette. And so they have, you know, good girl talk, and she talks about the two guys she does have. She talks about Brendan, and she even brings up Ben, which I thought was really interesting because, you know, Tayshia eliminated him last week.
Yeah.
But she talks about him, and it was a good chat. I mean, I think Tayshia really needed that girl chat, especially after Brendan, you know, kind of breaking things off with her the night before.
Yeah. And I did think it was a little strange that she did bring up Ben, but I understood it because she had said to Rachel she just didn't get a lot out of him. It was almost like the relationship, when it ended, it felt like it never meant anything to him because he always put those walls up, and she had explained to Rachel that he was in the military and is kind of just like that hard outer shell. So I think it was just really a closure thing for her that really hurt her the most.
Yeah. So now we, you know, fast forward the day, and now we're at the night part of the day where we are going to have a rose ceremony. The guys do not know that Brendan left.
Right.
They know that there's 2 roses, and there's really only 2 guys. And then we get a huge surprise, and Ben is back, which is crazy.
Wild.
He went and found Chris Harrison.
And he basically tells him, I'm in love with her. I've been in love with her, and I need to tell her this.
Yeah.
You know, we kind of saw previously he has opened up a little, but he could never really just fully let loose and like open up to her.
He said he had never felt this way towards anyone, and it just terrified him to just open up. And so after that conversation, he goes and finds Tayshia, knocks on the door. Tayshia opens up, and she like hid behind the door for a second.
Oh my God.
She like didn't know what to do. They go and sit down on the couch, and I actually loved this on Ben's end. He's like, I needed to express this to you, that, you know, he loves her and has been in love with her. I don't even know what I'm doing here. I don't know if I'm, like, I don't know. I just
what I'm asking of you. I need to tell you this. Like, I need you to know how I feel. And I think it was both, like, a little bit, like, he didn't get the closure he needed either, you know? He didn't, and he was like, I'm sorry. I know it's bad timing. I know you sent me home already. But you need to know I am in love with you.
So this was essentially the end of the episode. Tayshia is like, I need a minute, goes to the bathroom, and is like, there's a rose ceremony right now, and I don't know what to do with that. Like, what am I supposed to do?
It is so wild, and I hope she keeps him.
I hope she gives him, like, some time to see really quick.
Imagine though if she keeps him and then he wins. Like, oh my God.
That would be crazy. That would be nuts.
Tomorrow night is just gonna be so wild. I can't even guess who
I know. I have no idea.
Because I thought she was gonna pick Brandon. So.
I know. Me too. So thank you guys so much for watching.
Yes, and please make sure you guys subscribe, hit that like button, and hit that bell notification so you guys can see every time that we upload a new video.
Yes, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.